We are back. We are back. It's a Sunday Tarot reading. Ha. Oh, my dears. How are you doing, Pandy? I haven't seen you in a while, baby. It's been a hot minute. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Georgia Peach baby. How you doing? Pandy, my dear, you need to get away and have some time for yourself. Realign your chi, my dear. I'm going somewhere. That's why I couldn't come over here. I had gone somewhere. I've gone far, far away to a land down under. Gonna get the Honda. Trying to get this one deck out. Uh-oh, another Georgian in the building. Gotta love our Georgia beautiful babies. In the raving place of the Lord. Krishna. Ooh, I bet that ought to be fun. Hey, Coco, baby. Phoenix, my dear. I've got quite a few cards that popped out for you, my dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, baby. Surprise me today. Love. I need to pick up my life. It's been really hard dealing with my family versus my husband. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. We'll try to get you up and going. Yay. You know the fuckery is always going to commence here. Hey, Brittany, baby. How you doing, honey? I know some of my queens have been going through it. Only have a few, but I just wanted to say, hey, not a problem, baby. How's your day going so far? Is it at least going good? Hello, Daily Vibes Tarot. How are you doing, my dear? Phoenix, my dear, since we are taking quite a bit, let's see. I want to give you the last card that popped up in the deck, my dear, which is going to be about harmony. Isn't it kind of fucking fitting? Let's see what the other cards. We got messages. We got home with Hestia. Freedom. So, yeah, you're dealing with quite a bit, aren't you, my dear? Desire and the journey. So, it's going to take you a while, basically, to find this harmony. But before you can find the harmony, there's a few things that you need to talk about. There's a few things that you actually need to do physically. Phoenix, my dear. So, just kind of... I hate to say go with the punches, but it's one of those ones where you're going to have to go with the punches and kind of listen to what is being given to you, my dear. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I was going to say 3. She's leaving tomorrow morning. Oh, I thought she had already left. Georgia, my dear, we got intuition in reverse. So you're not listening to that intuition, baby. Follow it. You know, that's what I say on this channel. You got to follow that intuition. I'm at a crossroads. I got to see what cards pulled. So far, everything is going good. I did get some photos today. It was so weird. Like a couple days ago, some people in my family were like, hey, I got some photos that were for you from your grandma, and I want to give them to you. And so, like, there's some old-ass photos. And when I say old, I mean, like, 1800s, 1900s, like, 30s, 40s, wartime postcards, like, the whole fucking bit. Like, it was crazy today. Just to see the photos, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to know the family history, but it's another thing to see it live. Coco, baby. You're fighting yourself on your nature, your true nature, Coco. And you're yearning for freedom. Which you're able to do what you want, my dear. Why is there an unstable connection? Hopefully it didn't glitch. That would suck. And Brittany, my dear. Seems to me like you need an angel card. Okay, Brittany, my dear. You've got a few that are coming through. I know you can't see it right now, but you do got a guardian angel that's going to help you through this time. But it seems like you're being blocked by it also. You're not being able to see everything clearly. And that's basically a protection mechanism for you. It's kind of like being on the brink of depression. You know what I mean? Like one side, you want to see the light. You want to see the lining. But on the other side, it's hard. So it kind of feels like being on a teeter-totter and trying to balance yourself. Don't be in the moment. Feel what you feel. Just don't be overtaken by it. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. I literally got so pissed that I sold my wedding set. Now I have to go back and buy myself a new set because my toxic family is influencing my marriage and my life. I feel horrible. You know, that's the thing. By the way, guys, I am going to go down the line and give everybody a reading, but I am trying to, because everybody's going through some shit. Obviously, you guys can see. And I want to acknowledge that, and I want to be able to communicate with other people and kind of, not be rude. But when it comes to family, baby, I totally get it. Like, it's one of those things that if you let other people control your actions in your life just because they're not happy or maybe they're influencing something in between, you know what I mean? You got to see it like this. It's your life. This is your life. This is your experience within your body. So if there's something that's not going right and you have the ability to change it, do it. If you feel like something needs to be said, then say it. Because at this point in our existence in this world, we've got to realize this is just a shell. Like, we are here to have the experiences we are supposed to have. It doesn't mean be an asshole and, just live your best life and step on everybody around you. But sometimes changing one's perspective or approaching things at a different angle will help situations. And then it'll also give you growth as you go. Brittany, what did you say, baby? She wants to keep half of her stuff here and take a break for a bit, but I don't know. I'm stuck. I say do what feels right for you. If you feel like having half of her stuff there is going to just be a constant reminder and it's not going to allow you the ability to be able to actually start healing and have a clearer mind than the state that you are currently in, then tell her no. Be like, eventually let's set a 3-month marker. Here in 3 months, we'll both see where we're at. We'll both see where we're at mentally. But I need you to take your stuff because I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do for myself with the reminder of your stuff still being around. And that's how I would put it for her. It's not you being rude. It's you being respectful and just putting it out there. It is what it is. Now, let's see. Daily Vibe Tarot, my dear. I've got 2 cards for you. You can choose which one I read for you. 1 or 2, baby. I genuinely snapped. And baby, sometimes you got to. Because we allow things to build up because I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for myself. I let things go and it slowly builds up over time. And there's just that point where you just fucking break down, shaking, crying, screaming like a fucking banshee. And then people want to look at you like you're psychotic. And the fact is, these people have drove you to that point. But then you got to step back after you have your moment and be like, how did I let these people affect me? Do I see them every day? Do they pay any of my bills? Do they even contact me? Do they even try to check on me? Are they someone that is close that's saying, hey, motherfucker, you're being an asshole? Or is it someone just trying to manipulate you and to control your thoughts and feelings? The only person that can allow those people to actually have effect on you is yourself. And it's a hard fucking road, because trust me, I've been down that road. And there's been times where I've let people fucking affect me over time, and it builds and it builds, because we hold things back because we always feel like we got to be strong and we got to be the rock for our families. And, you know, it's hard. It is fucking hard to be a rock. That's why, you know, I try to create a safe space here. No matter what you do, no matter what you believe in, no matter who you are, when I do my readings on here, it's not only readings, it's readings and talking to you, because I do get to know some of your guys' lives. And, you know, even though I may not be in the same state as you, it doesn't mean that I can't be a light to help guide you, to help lift you up, to give you that strength that you need to wake up, get your ass up, put your panties on, and fucking bust that day like the goddess you fucking are, or God. You know, we all have that higher power energy. And sometimes the low vibrations of others in the world around us brings us down. And then we need someone else, either someone we know or someone who doesn't fucking know us for shit, to come up and be like, look, I see you struggling, but it's time to get up. It's time to stop the self-pity, and it's time to keep on moving, because that's what we do. Hello, Elena. Hello, Patricia. I don't feel like I actually said anything to you. Now, the Daily Tarot, my dear, I did get a few things for you. I'm going to pick a card, and we're going to do healing, because we got healing and we got serenity in reverse. So this tells me there's things that you're not allowing yourself to get over, and it's fucking up your world. It's fucking up your healing process. It's fucking up your peace of mind. You know, like I was just saying, you know, you can change this. Even when it feels like the fucking world is upon you and it feels like you can't go no more, bitch, you can. And I say bitch in a love and endearing way, not in a like, bitch, come at me way. Besides, I'm on the internet. Like, what are you going to do? Come at me? I mean, if you do, we can have some tea, kick some ass, and then watch some movies. It's whatever. But you have the ability to heal yourself. And you have the ability to use your experience to help heal other people as well. So keep that in mind, baby. Patricia, may I ask you to pull a card for me? Patricia, my dear, you can, and you are next, my dear. Let's see. Patricia, my dear, we've got new beginnings, and behind new beginnings is an unbalance of harmony. So when these new beginnings start for you, it's not going to all be great in the beginning, and you're just going to have to find that balance. Because even when we do have new beginnings, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There's always going to be turbulence on the flight. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes with the fucking territory. So when you get these new beginnings, when you start to feel like you're off balance and things ain't working out, take a step back, calm yourself, realign yourself, put on your big girl panties, and fucking rock it. Because the only one that can disrupt your harmony is, you know, either the world that you allow to, the people that you allow to, but the only way to rebalance is yourself. Because no one's going to rebalance the shit for you. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss people, so give me 1 second, guys. I know some of you are like, hey, goddess, how we doing, baby? I think you're my next one. Boyfriend decided not to move in with me, which makes me feel like he's not as committed to me as I thought. And you know what I mean? Like, some people have to have more time. You know, I don't want to say, well, maybe he's not committed, maybe he is, you know what I mean? But when it comes to time, like, we can't control other people's time. Just because we're ready for it doesn't mean that they're ready for it. And maybe they do have commitment issues that stem from something, either from past relationships, family, or maybe they have the fear of losing their freedom to be able to walk around, do what they want, throw their clothes on the floor, fucking. Because when you move in with somebody, that's a whole new ball game. You got to deal with their bad habits, their good habits, their sleeping habits. If they're a fucking slob, you're going to fucking go in after them, especially if you're clean. And, you know, it's a whole fucking thing. Give it a little bit more time, see where it goes. If you feel after, you know, like, let's say 6 months, if another 6 months go by and you feel like there's no commitment, then that's when I would say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. I'll give you 6 months. I'm not pressuring you. I'm just saying this is what I want in my life and my journey. I want you close to me, because that's when I feel the most comfortable, because I've given part of myself to you, and that makes you part of me. So when I have you around me, it makes me complete. So I would just put it that way. Be like, look, I can understand if you're afraid to lose your freedom. Maybe there's some things that you don't want to do. But if you don't love me, let me know now. Because here in 6 months, we're going to have this conversation again. And if it ends up like this and, we're not on the same page, then we're going to have to really start talking about a relationship in deep. So it's up to you. You know what I mean? Who the fuck was I reading? Give me a minute. Goddess. You're the one I was reading. All right, Goddess. On the back burner, man, there's a lot of serenity. So I have a whole fucking deck, and these are the 2 cards that come out. So we got serenity. So you're feeling peaceful, but there's still some healing that you're not acknowledging, my baby. And I hope that it comes through. I'm going to change my deck just for the reason being, like, I know that I'm in this, like, oh shit, give me a second. Feel your power moment. But my cards keep on popping up the same. Like, we all know we have healing and shit that we need to do. But Goddess also, it deals with the home. So whatever's going on within the home, whether it's home within yourself or home, like home, you know what I mean? Or family home or whatever's going on with home and freedom. I wish you the best on it, baby, because it is a battle. Yes, queen, yes. Do. New beginnings, yes. Wallflower, hey baby, how you doing? I know he has a lot of pain and baggage from the past, but I get tired of waiting. It's taxing and tiring. I just wanted to be desired. I just want someone who wants to move mountains for me for once. And I get it. And if you feel like you're not getting that in a relationship and you don't feel like this person can give it to you because their trauma is too much for you to actually handle, then maybe it's something that you come to a crossroads to. And it's something you got to have a conversation about. Wallflower, my dear, you are not allowing yourself to be reborn. And here's what I mean. Because we got rebirth and it's in reverse. So this is you not allowing yourself to evolve and to change. If you want to do anything and if you want to get to where it is that you're wanting to head and bring in the things that you're wanting to, you're going to have to evolve with the times, baby. I don't know what's keeping you back from this rebirthing process. Maybe you're afraid to lose some innocence or afraid to grow, because when we grow, we're never the same. There's still part of us that is the same, but it's not exactly the same. Like, this me is not me when I was 15. You know what I mean? It's that being able to grow in that process that takes it. Hey, Shrey. By the way, for anybody who is not subscribed, if you would, that would be awesome because it just helps the channel. Amazing me, my dear. You are next. By the way, I'm going to jump between readings and actually reading your back and forth comments to me. So if I don't get to you right away, give mommy a minute. All right. So it seems amazing me that you finally stepped into the unknown, because normally when this card comes up, it's like, hey, bitch, you need to step into it. But this tells me that you've either stepped into something that you're not familiar with, or you're starting to discover things that were once hidden that are now being revealed. During this time, depending on if it's personal or if it's environmental, and by environmental, I mean like people around you, stuff coming out about them, it will depend on how you're going to take it. But as anything comes into light, no matter if it's by the self or in the environment, you got to take it with a grain of salt and just see, how does it make you feel? Does it impact you negatively, or is it something that's positive? You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Deep, 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 deep. Barbara, hello, and hello, B-Wise. Hello, Sophie. And Barbara, my dear, so I got the journey in reverse, which means right now that you are stuck. It doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. It feels like you're kind of backtracking in your life. So whatever it is that you feel like you just can't move, give it time. We all need that space and time where we kind of just stop on our path and enjoy things for a little bit. And if we're one of those people that just keep on constantly moving and moving, moments like this make us go, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's wrong with me? Am I in the right life? And then you're going down a dark spiral of bullshit. Just see it as you're on a road, you're taking a sidestep, you're relaxing, you're getting to know yourself, and eventually that inspiration and that energy will start flowing back into you, and you'll be able to continue that journey instead of feeling that I'm stuck in one place. Dog is doing good, my dear. I am going down the line. Let's see. Right. Yeah, so you're welcome, baby. So what I would do is just kind of take some time for yourself. I got in this whole thing last week where I felt like I had no inspiration. I'm not getting no messages. I'm not dreaming nothing. Like, what the fuck's going on? It's like the world went pause on me, and I'm like, what do I do? I've never had time like where I'm not doing nothing or thinking anything. So I just used the time to kind of vegetate, do things that I wanted to do. And that's pretty much how I got out of it. Now, it may not be the same for you, but just spend time doing the things that you haven't had the time to do. Be wise, my dear. We got 2 cards coming up, but I'm going to give you this one because it is Aries and we're dealing with a battle. So since it is in reverse, I'm going to say this battle has already been done. It's over. It's in the past. But there also is a father card coming up. So I'm not saying that it has anything to do with father. It could be a father figure. It could be the energy of working with that masculine mentor energy. Maybe you and someone just kind of didn't see eye to eye. Doesn't mean it's going to end bad. It just means that, we all have differences in opinion occasionally. Hello, homeless cat. Welcome, baby. Friendships, man, that's one of the things. Friendships are like relationships. If they're meant to last, you'll get over it. You'll end up getting together and it'll be fine. Now, if it's not meant to last and it's one of those things where you're kind of going back and forth and it's like, fuck you, no, fuck you. And then after a couple of days, you're not going, hey, I'm sorry, I was a dick. Then that would be something I'm like, okay, whatever. We're at a crossroads. I learned what I could from you. You learned what you could from me. And this is the time where we need to part. Sheree, my dear, you've been so patient, sweetheart. Thank you. And it seems like you are dealing with some work issues. Because normally when I see this one, it means, because you can obviously tell down here in the small print that it actually says work. So in reverse, to me, that either means there's a lack of work or no motivation to work, or maybe just feeling like, what's the purpose in working this hard? So those are the 3 different options when it comes to this one. But whatever it is, I know you'll figure it out. Because when people have this card, they're determined. Hello, homeless cat. And you may, my dear, just give me one moment. Homeless cat. So we are dealing with destiny. Which currently right now you're not on your path of destiny. And it seems like behind this is faith. So there's a lack of faith and a lack of destiny. So maybe it's one of those moments where you're kind of questioning everything and wondering, what's the point? What's coming to the end? Which I think we all get into that point in life where we kind of go, okay, there's this much turmoil. There's this much BS. Is there really a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, what does it all make sense? You know what I mean? Today, and now I've been worried, how can I study for the exam? It depends on the exam that you're doing. I know, I'm not sure. I know with my girls, there's like Khan's Academy stuff and stuff like that, but I'm not really sure what your exam you're studying for. Egg and Sophie, my dear, you are next. So we were dealing with a mother in reverse. So this is someone new in your life. It doesn't mean that they are your mother. It could be a mothering energy. But behind it, I see home. So it probably is a mothering energy. Now, if your mother has passed, then that means they're around. If your mom's still around and maybe it's just not working out, then maybe it's time to kind of see what's going on. because there is something there when mother and home come up. Or you might be expecting to be a mom. I mean, there's so many different possibilities when it comes to these general readings. You're very welcome, Amazing Me. And Haley. And it's been a while since I've seen you, my dear. So we got divine expansion in reverse, my dear. This is meaning that instead of being able to expand the horizons mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're kind of limiting yourself, which is stopping you from being able to grow, my dear. So just try to open yourself up more and be more willing to be open. Yes, I constantly keep forcing myself to keep pushing, and I think it's making me stagnant. And, you know, we all get into that point, you know what I mean? Like, we keep on pushing and keep on pushing and keep on pushing, and it's like, where is it going to end? Is it ever going to stop? Like, and to me, I just see it like this. Life is a fucking journey, man. You're going to keep on pushing until the day you fucking die, or the day you just give up and then you kick the bucket, you know what I mean? Kind of sick. Thanks, hon. How do I do that? Well, you know. Haley, what did I tell you? Because I'm not going to even lie. I totally forgot. I got into Barbara. Be wise, my friend. Ooh, son, I am so sorry. I skipped you. Like your name was Boo. Sorry. Okay, so we got Athena in reverse, which is wisdom, which means that you're not allowing yourself meditation. Oh, meditation, the fun. Give me a second. I'll help you, baby. So basically there's knowledge that you're just not allowing yourself to deal with. And you got to kind of be open to that because it is coming to you for a reason, especially with Athena. She brings knowledge and shit. You never see that conversation, right? Meditation, man, like trying to align yourself and trying to get yourself all situated. Meditation sometimes isn't always the number one thing, especially if you're like me and you're sporadic and you're like a fucking squirrel. Hello, Wicked Love Media. Now, if you're going to meditate, I do mental meditation. That's basically like right before I go to bed. I let my mind wander, see what comes through. Sometimes I get visions. Sometimes, you know, I'll hear certain people talking and things like that. And to me, that's a lot easier because if you end up passing out, oh well. But at least it allows you to have that thought process. Like you'll think of some stupid shit while in there. You'll think of your day. You'll think of things that you never thought of. Like, you know, how does a squirrel instinctively know where to hide its nuts? As an example. Like, once you get past that bullshit and your mind goes, nah, which is basically like the clear moment that meditation brings, that's when you'll start getting things to come through. And also, if you want to do this, you can do sensory meditation where you block off either your hearing or your vision and you try to just let yourself experience it, which I love to do that. And I think I might end up doing a video on it where you just take a blindfold and you just allow the other senses in your body to start picking up things. It's a fun little thing, but it can get creepy. You start to learn your other senses bring upon a lot more. I vision a blank piece of paper or I won't sleep. Shoot. I just let my brain keep on going until I just pass out. So we got glory in reverse for you, my dear. And we also got the crossroads in reverse. So whatever you're going through, Wicked, you're out of the crossroads. But it does seem like there is a little loss of glory when it comes to this moment in your life. Maybe someone took a little bit of your sunshine away. There's sunshine when you don't. Love your gift. I'm trying to get rid of it hard being a Scorpio, baby. You are speaking to the queen. I'm a Scorpio, sweetheart. I know how it is. We can't let shit go. And I'm not, like, I know I can't let shit go. And that's the worst thing is, like, when you want to let shit go, but then your Scorpio side's like, I will fucking destroy you. And this is the 30 different ways I can do it. And then the enlightenment side comes in as like, fuck that. Do your energy. It's like a battle between the two wolves. You know what I mean? There's always that little spark of bitch, I'll fuck you up. And there's the balance of, you know what? Fuck it. I'm moving on. I'm having a slice of pizza. I don't give a fuck. So, as long as you don't end up in jail and you realize, like, yeah, I can acknowledge my emotions towards it. And it doesn't mean I'm a bad person, but I'm also not going to feed into that bullshit. Hey there, I stare at the candles until I feel tired enough to go to sleep. That is scary. Just for the reason, well, it depends on, one, where your candles are set up, two, if you got animals, and three, how you're doing. And since you're typing, you're still alive. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, go to sleep and the next thing you know, oh shit, I'm falling fly off. It's just like when people are like, what is your sign? Scorpio. Oh, like, bitch, chill out. So, in July, we got the 11th house. So you're almost to a point of rebirthing. It seems like the calm waters around you aren't so calm anymore, my dear. So basically, it's kind of like being on the ocean and a storm's about to come. And the boat's starting to rock, but you don't know when it's going to come. So whatever's going on, baby, hopefully it works out. Today is the day my best friend passed away. It's hard. You know what you should do? If you can do it, I'm just saying, make a little cupcake. Make a little cupcake for her. And either, if there's a gravesite, take it to the gravesite. Make it like she's still here. Celebrate. Talk about her. Talk about them experiences and the things you used to do. That's at least what I do. Sometimes I don't make the cake, but I'll talk about them on the day that it's their day or the day that they pass. Trying to bring it back into. You can ask a question, my dear. I do charge for them. All my payment information is down below. If you do ask questions, it's $5 for 2 questions. I have tea lights in hand-painted glass jars. Okay, so yeah, they're helped pretty good. They're separated from my flammable materials and supplies in my viewpoint. I watch the flicker through the painted glass to go to sleep. I bet it's pretty, though. Have you ever seen those? You should get like one of those like little old lanterns where you can put the little tea candle or one of the candles in. That would be pretty, especially if like you had something on the wall that was like sparkly. It would be like underwater. You know what I mean? Let's see. I got a card for myself. Ooh, I got the 7th house, which deals in the matter of bringing love and harmony in. So that's a good thing. What else do I got? Balance. That's a fucking good thing. And I've got Saturn coming in, so there's power and strength. You can make an extra place of super for your friend. May they rest in peace. An extra place of super. I've been thinking about getting those. I think it would be cool. And just kind of have it there, and then you can see it on the wall. Ooh, especially if you got like them glow-in-the-dark stars or whatever. Super. Supper. And it looks like the Northern Lights, right? That's one thing I would love to see in my life, as the Northern Lights. It's just, there's just something majestic about it, Super. So how did your day go? I know you were doing something yesterday, Elena. Hopefully it went well. I've been holding this cigarette forever. Super, 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 super. Oh, she's here. Always. She flips my hair and does crazy shit. She's absolutely a ghost in my house. Others have left my home because of my past loved ones. Thank you for all the blessings. Can't type, the fairy is after me. I did a casting for a healing spell. Hopefully it went good. Do you feel better? Was it for yourself first off? I would assume it is, but Girl, I have so many damn spirits in my fucking house. It's ridiculous. But they're mine. That's what me and the hubby were talking about last night. I was like, no matter how many people are scared of our house, because there is people that is scared of our house. And I'm like, I don't see why. So what? Occasionally a door opens. It'll be all right. You'll live. But healing over friendship. The mirror I used broke on the right side. Ooh. See, I would see that as problems in the future. Because with mirror, if it broke on one side, I would see it kind of like when you read a candle. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm correct, future, past, something, something. You know what I mean? I have like a whole chart that I use for reference, but yeah, that's how I would see it, that there's going to be some issues in the future. Hello, Shamara. I'm sorry. We've got creativity coming through. We've got you're not following your true passion, but there is a balance in your house. So whatever it is that you are wanting to do as your true passion, my dear, we got the South Node in reverse. So that means whatever you're feeling like you love to do, you're not doing enough. My dear, questions I do charge for, sweetheart. My boyfriend says they live in the fridge and it literally shakes sometimes. So it's kind of like, you remember the not the mama kind of dinosaur, and they would open the fridge and there's like these little hands and shit that come out. So is it kind of like that? I think the show was called Dinosaurs or some shit. I don't know. It's fun. So is everybody getting ready for Ostara? I know we are, kind of, sort of. Hello, Lily. Welcome, my dear. Oh, I was trying to find info. No luck. Yeah, that's how I would see it. I would see it like when you're reading a candle, you know, certain representation for that. I need to get ready for Ostara. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to help the hubby because it's his first time writing a ritual. And it's mixed oriented because we're Greek, but some of our members are actually Celtic Norse. So, you know, he's going to have Athena for the protection of the circle. We know that for sure. And then I think he was talking about there's 2 Norse gods that they're going to call upon. So it's going to be a whole thing. Lily, my dear, you can ask questions, but I do charge for them. All my payment information is down below there. It was, I remember that show. I know. I fucking love that show and it didn't last long. It literally noses that sound like clapping from the freezer, right? Anyone have ideas? I'm unsure what to do for Ostara. Normally what we do is we do like coloring eggs. I'm going to get on Amazon. They have these like bunnies that are already quilted and got the stuffing. I'm going to take some of that stuffing, and one of the crafts that we're going to do is put the seeds of what we want into the year and then sew it back up and have it in our home. So not only, because, you know, the previous years, we always did like a seed planting ceremony where we pick one plant and we put our intent into that and we watch it grow. And as it grows, so does our intent. And then towards the end of the year, you can do the harvest. But I wanted to do the bunny idea this year because 1, I seen it come up on Amazon. I was like, that's too fucking cute. And 2, it would be both symbolic. It's something that whenever you go past it and you look at it, that's going to remind you of that intent, of that manifestation. So that's kind of what we're doing. And of course, you know, I make a big ham. I want to do some kind of Greek food, maybe like a cheese winery board or something like that. But we shall see. You're very welcome, Lily. They didn't burn evenly. The left was high from first, and then the right after the first one went out. So wait, let me see if I read this right. They did not burn evenly. So there's an imbalance. The left was a high flame at first, so that means chaos, which I'm going to assume that the high flame was them, right? Was that the candle that represented who they are? Because normally when you get that high flame, that's a lot of bullshit. And then the right did after the first one went out. Died after the first one went out. So what I'm seeing is that there's a high imbalance, and there feels like there's like a miscommunication between the two. And emotions are high on one end, and on the other end, they're the type of people, or you're the type of people that when shit gets too fucking stressful, you just shut down. And it seems like that's kind of what's going on. I fucking love gyros. I made them once last year. Oh, they were so good, especially with that Greek sauce. It was a miscommunication, yeah. I would just talk about it. I mean, if you can, you know what I mean? Some people, once shit happens, you can't really talk to them about it. But I would at least say, like, hey, I know we're having this miscommunication, and I just want to fix it. Like you said, just be honest. And if they're going to be a dick about it, and you're at least trying to go forth, you're at least trying. Like, if it's a friendship or whatever it is, you know, if someone's trying and legitimately fucking trying, you wouldn't think that you would block the opportunity. I don't think he will listen to it. If he's not going to listen to it, let him have his own time. Eventually, there's going to be a place and time where y'all are going to meet, and it's going to have to be acknowledged. That's how I would take it. Because I've had people who've I've had issues with, and, you know, we're all in the same public circle, and eventually over time, things work themselves out because, you know, you got to see the other person. But those first few times when you're out and you watch them like zigzag, oh, it's fucking comical for me. But I'm a Scorpio, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you're torturing yourself for no reason. Like, we may not be on the same level, but you don't have to go that far. It might come back around. That's what I'm saying. Just kind of let it lie. You know, put the seeds of hope into it and just kind of see what happens, you know? That's at least what I would do. Sometimes it's harder, especially when you're really attached to somebody and you have feelings and care for them, you know what I mean? It always makes it difficult. By the way, if anybody is looking for tarot readings, I am doing tarot readings. You just gotta comment and be subscribed and all that fun jazz. But yeah, it's a fucking, life is a fucking roller coaster, man. That's straight up facts, Angela. Straight up facts, baby girl. When people aren't willing to listen, they're not willing to listen. I know it hurts, honey. You'll get through it. I know it doesn't seem like that now, but it's just one of those things, man. You just got to take it, learn from it, grow from it, and be like, okay, so this happened. What could I have done right? What could I have done wrong? And just use it as a learning experience. As much as it sucks. Can't make them listen when they have cloth ears. True story. Speaking of cloth, which I know has nothing to do with conversation. All the witch hats that I've been seeing are either felt or just crazy. Like, I don't like the texture of felt when it comes to the material. So if anybody's got any suggestions for shops that sell witch hats, link them down. I don't know why cloth made me think of felt, which made me think of the witch hats, but this is where we go. Now, there was some cool ones I seen that were made out of leather. Elena, in case you could use one. Right? Hugs and snuggles and cuddles and woo! Maybe midnight margaritas. They're always put the lime and the coconut and turn it all around. Oh, I know. He's been down in the basement for too long, and you miss your old man.
Oh, I'm gonna be down there a lot longer. You have to love it, sir.
Hey, can I get you to give me something to drink? I don't care if it's coffee or whatever it is. I can finally start doing chainmail again. I miss chainmail. I haven't done it forever. And it's fun to do. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I've checked into Etsy. I seen one, like, it was like outrageous though, but it was fucking worth it. Because it had this face in it and it was leather. And I was like, I need you. We talked about witch hats last night when we talked witch statues. I know, and that's kind of what led us into the spiral. Because I was checking out some of the stuff and we were looking, I was like, I never really looked at like statues for like witches besides like, deity statues. Bear is doing good. You guys want to see the nibblewebs if I can get him in the picture? There it is. Bear.
What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, you're doing good, ain't you, sir?
You want to pick him up, Daddy?
Come here, Nibble. Come here, buddy. Oh.
There's a nibblewebbies.
Yeah, hi, buddy.
Yeah, hi.
You didn't like me being
I know, and you can tell okay, so the other day, I was trying my best to cut this dog's hair, and he was not working with me. The hubby was not working with me. It was a whole thing. And now one of his paws looks uneven. But that's him. He's walking around a lot better. He still kind of hobbly wobbles, you know what I mean? See? And did you get the dolls out of the room? Actually, he's working on that. That's why I came out of the basement. But I also got some more dolls that belong to my aunt. And I'll show you what I mean. Well, you put this in one of the bags because, the bag's downstairs in the basement.
Okay.
So we got this doll. Right, her. And these are porcelain dolls. Like, you can tell. She's been around a while. I don't know why my family has the things with dolls, but, they do. And then, I'm trying not to break this one, so give me a second. And then, we got this little beauty as well. Now, this one gives me some ooky spooky vibes, but it says her name is Ellen. Let's see if it gives a date. 19. God, I need glasses. 85. So this doll is from 1985. Yeah, she's not. There we go. Let's get her all situated. But yeah. Creepy dolls. I gotta go. Have a wonderful night. You too, baby. He is the cutest. I was trying to make him look good, but my issue whenever I cut him, God love him though, is he has this thing where he rubs his face a lot, which mats his ears real bad and his fur and his beard. So then when I go to cut, it looks good until I hit one of those spots and I'm like, well, shit, now I got to go down this way. And it's a whole fucking thing. And I got to get some of those electric trimmers. His hair needs conditioned. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm trying to find something that I can use on him that actually won't hurt him. You know what I mean? Because there's some hair products that we use that they can't use. You can use the same conditioner as you do for yourself. Hair and comb it. That's what we're going to end up starting to do. Because I've been using this Aussie stuff, and it's been doing pretty well for my hair. I have a very similar one that's extremely old. Well, they're down there right now. And eventually when they hit the creepy doll stash, I will end up showing it. The hubby always jokes around like, why are you scared of these dolls? I'm like, they were always freaked me out when I was younger. Because they just looked creepy. I know at one point, I'm going to have to get off here soon. I know that. Just for the reason being that sorry, I lost my train of thought because I've actually got some people getting a hold of me for some spiritual stuff that they're dealing with. And it's going to be one of those fun ones where you got to take something away. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. needless to say. Hello, my dear. I am about to jump off here, so I'm not going to be able to do any questions. But if you do plan to come back, Jakir, I do charge for questions. Unless you want to book a full private reading, it's up to you, my dear. But other than that, my dears, I'm going to hop off of here because I do got a call about to come in. And I will talk to you guys Monday. So enjoy the rest of your night and do well, my dears.